Welcome everyone to a Tuesday afternoon on Career Success Stories. And today we are so fortunate to bring on people behind Project Lotus. They are our fellow Singaporeans. And what you see right here, it brings me great pleasure to introduce you to Javier Lim. Hi, Javier.
Hi, Eileen. Hi, everyone. Yeah, thanks for having me.
You're most welcome. And Javier is the donor, he's a volunteer, and he's also a producer. In fact, he's holding many different roles as well in terms of what he's doing for Project Lotus. So I'll leave him to update on his, what does he do in his day job? Wait, isn't this your day job? I think there's more to it. Yeah. Okay. And also a familiar face who is Adrian Leong. Hi, Adrian.
Hi, everybody. Happy Mid-Autumn Day.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. Happy Mid-Autumn Festival.
Festival, that's right. Yes.
Festival, yes. Welcome back, Adrian. Welcome back. We are having a few more people joining us in Zoom. To everyone here in Zoom, welcome as well. So for those of you who are new to Adrian, he's the founder. He's also a fundraiser. He's got a lot more titles. I actually added another one. He is a philanthropist because everything he does on personal race to save mankind. And for those of you who are in my email list, you will see me quoting that. And he also spoke at a virtual seminar that some of you have attended last week. And for that, please check out our YouTube channel where you can catch a recording of his speech and his career journey. Right, I am the host and moderator for today's session. For those of you who are familiar with me, I'm also a facilitator in many training workshops. I design content for learning, especially when it comes to building soft skills in organizations. I also coach individuals, so professionals like yourself. And of course, I'm the founder of the Art of Career. And this year, we turned 5. And in line with our 5th year anniversary, in fact, end of October is the actual date of our anniversary, but we started several initiatives to help professionals, stay in the game, not lose heart, not give up, and continue and journey on, all to do with mental health. In Art of Career Spotlight, we believe in inspiring confidence in professionals like yourself. And we want to bring alongside budding talent, proven talent, anyone who's noteworthy of mention, and also businesses that you're going to see as well coming up. And today, it really brings me great pleasure to support a good cause, which is Project Lotus. Just a reminder here, the recording of this session will be available on our YouTube channel and also on our other social media channels. Do join our mailing list, all right? Because you're going to receive a lot of information to many events that we run. And finally, I do want to say this before I hand the floor over, is that for the first time ever, Art of Career is also, have put in place an event where it's chargeable, but the fee is 100% of the net proceeds will go to Project Lotus. So in support of that. So I hope you can support that as well. Of course, you're free to also support Project Lotus on your own terms. All right. I'd like to pass the floor to Adrian. Let me just stop share here. And over to you, Adrian. Welcome back.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. And as I'm speaking to you from home. It's been almost 3 months of being locked down. It's been very progressive, and then it became a total lockdown. And I also operate 2 companies in Vietnam, as well as my own consulting business in Singapore. Now, all this thing is because of the COVID, all this come to almost to a standstill, I would say. Yeah. 2/3 of all companies in Vietnam are also suffering the same issues. Being locked down, I was just talking to my friend Desmond, who's online right now. I said, "You look great with your short hair. I mean, just look at mine. I have a ponytail." I haven't gone to a barber for the past 4 months. So that's the situation over here. Yeah. Well, today I'd like to talk about Project Lotus. and what I've been doing in regards to charity. I mean, last week I was talking about my career journey, and today I'd like to talk about my charity journey.
Yeah.
Now, I'd like to sort of give you a highlight as to what I'll be covering today. Of course, I have Javier, who is going to assist me later on to talk about the other activities that we are doing for Project Lotus. But basically, you know, I've been doing a couple of things. I've been the Dak Nong charity. I've been involved with One Body Village, which supports sexually abused girls in Vietnam. I've been right now, the most current is COVID homeliners and COVID home rescue. And this, Jada will be talking about it a little bit more. I've also been helping out in other orphanage groups and other charity groups also. Now, before I start with this, I still remember I was just chatting with a friend, and she was an ex-TV presenter, who's retired right now. And I was having coffee with her a couple of years ago at SRC. And I said, hey, I'm going to do charity work. How do I start? You know, I don't even have a Facebook. I don't even have anything. I don't even know how to come in front of a camera, you know. And then, you know, she gave me a few tips. I'm not sure if she's going to join in or she will listen to the video after it's finished. She said, Adrian, look at how long you have come from the day we spoke. You have run marathons for charity. You have climbed mountains for charity. You have done so many things. You know, you have come a long way. You have even walked one-legged, you know, to raise money for charity. And I said, yeah, with this presentation today, I've come to a milestone when I first started, and I'll say this is my second milestone, because now I can't do it alone. This thing has already grown bigger than me. And that's one of the reasons why I thank to Eileen and the Artofcareer for allowing me to present and hosting me to seek ideas and help. And this is the main thing of this presentation. First, to highlight to you what I've been doing, and later on, we actually will ask you, so I can't do this alone. Please join me. Okay. Now, I go into the proper presentation right now. Now, Vietnam, that's where I am right now. I'm not home in Singapore where a lot of my friends have gone back. A lot of foreigners have gone back because of COVID, because there's no jobs. They have all gone back. Business come to a standstill. There's no point being here. I have stayed behind. Vietnam is my second home. In fact, it's been 25 years. I've not been here all the time, but I've been in and out of Vietnam. I've been stuck here since March of last year because of COVID. And I need to remain behind because my staff is all here. I can't just leave them alone, not knowing when I'll come back again. You know, part of my army training, I'm the last one out. I can't be the first one out. Now, back to Vietnam again. Now, Vietnam is it's a population of about 100 million. Now, you see the population, 98 million. Well, the population is much more. So I'll say 100 million. In Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi, this will already take up about 15% of the population. So this is where the mass of the population is. Now, the rest of the population are outside these cities. They're in the mountain areas, they're in the farm areas. And it's a different picture. I mean, the picture that we always have when we look at Vietnam is the beautiful cities, the ladies dressed up, especially in this time of day, people in expensive cars and stuff like that. But this is not what Vietnam really represents. Remember, I say 80% of the population are outside the city area. Now, Ho Chi Minh to Hanoi is a 2-hour flight time. So you can imagine how elongated the country is. From Singapore to Ho Chi Minh is also a 2 hours flight time. So Vietnam is divided into three regions: the north, the south, the central, and the south. Because of the distinct distance, you know, even the way the people speak in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh is different. So you can imagine that the culture is a bit different, the way of eating is different. And that goes with, you know, the poverty level, the people, you know, and different issues and stuff like that. Okay, so this is Vietnam in the backdrop. Okay, charity, where did it come from? There's a picture of my mom in Nyonya. She's Peranakan, and that's me when I was a baby. So cute, huh? My dear mom, of course, she has passed on, but she was the one who inspired me. I mean, I remember her leading me by the hand as a kid, and I was told she was helping relatives, she was helping friends. And wherever we go, people are always greeting her, not because of that she's somebody famous, but because she was always helping and giving. And I grew up with this one word always in my mind, that you need to give back. And I guess that's in my DNA. My mom inspired me to do charity, to give back. I still remember on your right-hand side, there's a little poem. It's too small to read. Go to my Facebook later on. I wrote a poem to my mom that actually described my feelings for her and thanking her from a child to the day she passed away. I was there when she passed away. So that was very moving for me, because when you are living overseas, the last thing you don't want to regret is not being there. And I was there and held her hands. And whatever I do, the poem that I wrote was not to show off. It was written on Mother's Day to raise money for a charity group. And we'll talk about the charity group later on. But basically, my mom inspired me, gives me the strength and energy to do what I'm doing. Now, where did it all begin? I'll say this is probably the first milestone. About 15 years ago, a friend of mine, his name is Chun Wei, he's a lawyer. I said, Adrian, I'll give you $1,000. Can you give it to an orphanage? And I say, okay, hey, why not, you know? I'll help you with that. And that's how it all started, about 15 years or more. I found an orphanage group. And every month, I will buy them enough rice for the whole month. Rice, noodle, canned food. And that's a picture of the kids. And that's the second picture of me carrying a baby. You know, it's situated next to an industrial estate with a lot of ladies working there. So, you know, they have a lot of unwanted babies. You just leave the babies at the orphanage doorstep. That little baby on the right-hand side, you see, it's sort of circled. That was a boy. I sort of asked the orphanage, could I adopt him? I cannot adopt everybody. Can I adopt him? But, you know, there are some rules with this organization whereby the orphans will stay in the premise and they're not allowed to be adopted out. Yeah. At that time, that was good. I don't totally agree what they're doing right now, because out of the 128 kids there, half of them were Mongoloids. And what they do with them is the healthy will take care of the one that is handicapped. And during the day, the kids will go to school, the capable, and they will lock the rest of them in a room and turn on the TV. And that's what you call therapy. And yeah. So that's how bad it was, the orphanage then. I did not just focus. Well, it came for a time, on the slide before, it came for a time whereby after a year, my friend said, Adrian, I think this is not that great, yeah, so I cannot carry on. And I told the mother of that orphanage, I say, can you give me one child that I can support? I can't take care of all 128, I can help with just one. And he gave me this, quite a kid, an adult, 24 years old. He's lived in the orphanage his entire life. He doesn't know social skill, not even picking up a phone. I still remember when he came to the office, his hair was on cam and he has a dirty shirt and he came in slippers. I gave him money. I said, take this money, go and buy yourself a clean, you know, set of clothes, shoes, and come back tomorrow. He worked for me for past 15 years. I watched him got married. He couldn't afford to pay for the wedding. I paid for it. And I still remember he suddenly called me out in the wedding and said, Adrian, can you give a speech? Give a speech. That's your dad's responsibility. I remember, he's an orphan boy. He has no dad. I was the guardian. And so I stood in front of all his sisters and brothers. I invited everybody from the orphanage to come up. And I say, hey, look at your brother. There is light, you know, in the end of the tunnel. He's getting married now. He's working. Please look at him and you know that there is a way out of this, where you are right now. Right now, he has left the company. He has started a business of his own. And okay, I'm happy for him. Now, this slide is another charity which I was involved in the beginning. Go back to the previous slide, Javier. This is Dak Nong province. It's about 4 or 5 hours from Ho Chi Minh. And this was probably about 3 or 4 years ago. And I still remember, at this time, I was just doing it alone. I didn't want to get somebody involved, because everybody's busy. And since I'm in Vietnam, and since I have the heart to want to do it, I was talking to my partner. I said, hey, and he's telling me, hey, Adrian, there's a need in Dak Nong. Can you come and help us out? And so what I did, say, okay, I'll start raising money on my own. And basically I got people who can afford to donate, or they can afford to give clothes. And can you imagine a lot of clothes in Singapore I have, but it's so expensive to try to fly it in over here. So
More
anyway,
expensive than the clothes.
That's right.
Right?
And we had 1 ton of clothes, not both in Singapore and in Vietnam.
Right.
So I mean, everybody, they're
Right.
used to giving to Salvation Army. So people give me a lot of stuff in Singapore, but it was so expensive trying to
ship it out.
Yeah, I bought some, yeah. Now, for me, to get donors, to get money from donors, is not just getting it, but it's being responsible for that money. I wanted to be in control. I wanted to make sure that the amount I collected goes directly to the villages, to Dak Nong province. But I also had a mission. I mean, I'm not just out there to help the poor. A lot of people are doing things like that, charity groups like that. I was focused on one thing. I was focused on single mothers and children. A lot of things that I do in regard to charity, it's because I have a personal attachment to it. Single mothers, I'm a single parent. So I understand, I can feel what these mothers are going through when they talk to me. And, how can I even compare with them? These are people who are not just single, they are in poverty. As I visit their home, I mean, besides the children there that we give rice and noodles, you can see a picture of me over there on the right-hand side, helping out with the, this handicapped man, he couldn't carry the stuff, so I helped him to carry. But later on, after those activities, I went to about 3 or 4 homes, single mothers. Went down, I sat with them. Of course, I had a translator because, these were ethnic groups. So their Vietnamese are not that, fluent. And they would tell me, Adrian, yes, my husband ran away or my husband died. I have 6 kids, 7 kids. But I don't have a proper roof, it's leaking. So I will help them with the roof. Or another family will say, hey, I don't have a floor. It's cold during the winter time. And I will talk to the people, okay, so let's try to raise some money. Here's some money to get the flooring done. And then there was another lady, not in this picture over here. And when I spoke to her, oh my God, her husband has ran away with another woman, leaving her with 2 kids. And these were not normal kids. As I sat there, I began to realize there's something wrong with these 2 kids. They were not looking at me, they were looking around the room. I found out they were both retarded. Now I came about raising money for single mothers. And here you have your situation with 2 retarded boys in poverty. How do you help them? I mean, my heart actually go up to them. We go up to the next slide. Yeah. Now, look at me. Raising money is, I just can't. I mean, I ran out of, thank goodness I have great relatives. Thank you, my cousins and my relatives, my family. They have been the greatest supporter. And all my friends like Desmond and some of you who are listening in, you guys have been supporting me over and over again. I mean,
the fact that they're here.
Yeah, and the point was that, hey, how many times? Because I'm doing this every other month or every other week, so how can they keep supporting, And I can't be sending emails or WhatsApp and say, hey, I need money for this, I need money for that. I begin to realize, Adrian, you must have some creative ways of raising money. And what do I have? I mean, I'm also working, I'm also have my own business and struggling at the same time. There were so many things happening. What can I do? What I have is me. And I started with a challenge. On the left-hand side, that was a marathon. my partner said, hey, Adrian, come, let's have an office run. The girls will run 5 kilometers, the guy will run 10 kilometers. For those not so fit, can run 5 kilometers. And there's a 21 kilometers, you know. So everybody, and during that time, I was raising money for, I believe it's Dak Nong, because Dak Nong, I went back a couple of times, yeah, to help. And I say, okay, you guys, I'm doing this charity. Please sponsor me, please donate. If I can't make the 21 kilometers, because they all were there laughing at me, you're so fat, you know, how can you run even 10 kilometers? And they would write, I have not run further than 5 kilometers or even 3 kilometers. And I say, okay, if I can't make it, I will pay your pledges. But if I make it, you will pay according to what you have pledged. And so I ran. And I ran. And I still remember at halfway point, my legs were blistered. And I had to stop at a medical center to spray the anti-pain. I kept running. I didn't stop. I still remember just picturing myself. I was at the airport. I'm always the first one out, you know, walking towards the immigration. I'm always the first one walking fast. So that's all I did. I just kept walking fast, jogging a little. And then I began to think about the people that I'm helping. When I was running, I said, it's not about the pledge. It's about these people in Dak Nong, the poor. They don't have a roof over their head, the single mothers. I must make it for them. And that's what inspired me to run and to make it to the finishing point. Now, there's a little saying there, if I can do it, so can you. This was also a time when I started a Facebook. It's not so much the charity work. It's in the course of it to also inspire people. Now, I'm not a young person. I'm not a spring chicken. I'm not like Javier, he's in his 30s, you know. If I can do what I'm doing through the sporting activities to raise money, so can you as a normal person. So basically to motivate, to inspire people, and same time to get people to be aware of the charity, what we call activities that I'm doing. You can see the next slide, that is me running a triathlon. And I think there are many, many pictures I have, but you can put it into this presentation. I've since climbed Fansipan Mountain, the highest peak in Asia. And all these things I've been doing is for charity. There's a picture of me in Dak Nong.
Hi, 22nd November. I'm in Dak Nong province. Thank you for your donation. Collected about 3,000 US. I'm right now at the village, and you can see the people who are helping with haircuts, and the villagers all come out to greet us. And the money goes to all these gifts that we have bought, rice, cooking oil for the village over here. So this is what the guys have helped me, and I feel very privileged to be doing this. Yeah. Behind me is the monk and his team of volunteers who have helped to distribute the gifts. So you see, a small little gift has gone a long way. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, please join me to give him the the reactions button. Thank you. Thank you.
Well done, Adrian.
Yes.
Well done. Well done.
I made a video, and it's only for one reason. And that is, you know, I have to be responsible for the money that the people have donated. I've got to show them. I've got to, you know, bring them to where I am and participate with me. And this video is basically, you know, you are there with me. You can see what I'm doing. You can feel what I'm feeling and empathize and be part of my next journey, you know? So and all this thing that I'm doing, as I expand my activity, later on we'll talk about it. The very important thing is to highlight and get people to participate with me in all the charity activities. It's not just collecting money, collecting clothes, and then, hey, that's gone, you know? But it's actually showing, hey guys, this is what I'm doing. Come with me. to where the poor is. Come to me and sit in front of a 5-year-old girl who has been sexually abused. Come with me. I don't just organize my own activities. I also participate, you know. I mean, there are people like my neighbors upstairs, thank God for her. She is always doing charity work every other weekend, you know. But she has a group of about 50 friends, like-mindedness, who will donate, who will come in and participate. And I'll say, hey, I'll come in and join you guys. So this is one of those activities. I join them. This is also in Dak Nong province. Now in Dak Nong, it's not just one group. There are 50, 60 villages who are poor, you know, so we are going to different villages. And what can you do beside giving money? At this event, somebody gave me a box of clothes. You can see me giving out clothes from a factory. They have overruns and say, Adrian, take this box of clothes and just give it to the poor. And that's what I did for them. And I acknowledged during that video. And what else can I do? Carry rice, carry stuff for the people, because who is coming to collect? You look at them, they are kids. They are given a coupon to come and collect the rice and stuff like that. You can't expect kids to be carrying sack full of rice and stuff. So basically you're there to participate, to carry. And this was the start of the COVID. You can see me wearing a mask, which means that was the period when the COVID just started, yeah? Next slide, please. Now, this is another charity event. Oh, okay, it's going to be a video, great. So this is a new charity event. It's called One Body Village. It says that they rescue sexually abused girls in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. And Javier will play this video and you know, I'll talk more about it.
Hi, my name is Adrian Leong, and I'm the creator of Project Lotus. For the past 12 months, I've challenged myself to be physically fit, to climb mountains, to run marathon, to raise money for One Body Village, OBV for short. Now, OBV is a group that rescue sexually abused girls in Vietnam. We provide them a safe shelter, education, medical care, and professional counseling. In the end, to empower these girls to dream their dream and to be dignified members of society. With the COVID-19 pandemic, all sporting events have been cancelled. To find new ways to raise money for OBV, well, I've decided to sing. And this is a big challenge for me, for I can't sing for nuts, perhaps in the shower room. But for the sexually abused girl in Vietnam, they can't wait. They need to be rescued. I still remember visiting OBV home, and I saw this 4-year-old girl walking towards me. My heart was so broken. How can anybody hurt this 4-year-old kid? Come, join with me. Spread this video to all your friends and family. Together, we will continue to rescue sexually abused girls in Vietnam and all of Asia. And give these girls a fighting chance to live the life they deserve. I've chosen this song, Mother's Love. I would like to dedicate this song to all the mothers out there, especially to Miss Thao and Mother Nam for their endless love and care to the girls at OBV home. This song is for you.
So I made this video. It's actually a very long video because there is also a song segment of this, and the song is quite long. No, I'm not a singer. See, there you go again, yeah? I've not sang in a video, less so in karaoke. In fact, I don't like karaoke much because I can't sing that well, yeah? I still remember I had to practice more, probably 100 times, you know, to get this thing done. And thank goodness I've got friends who help me with the videos and with the music and stuff like that. OBV, why are all these girls' face covered with a flower? Because of the confidentiality. These are real life girls who have been sexually abused in their homes by their fathers, by their relatives. We had to extract them out from that environment and put them in a safe place. We're not talking about a girl that just got raped along the side of the street or dark corners. These are girls who have been abused over and over and over again. And every one of these kids is a police case. That's how we know about them. So OBV is a group that they're not just in Vietnam. Later on, you'll hear more about it from the CEO. But basically, the face is blanked out because we cannot show who they are in person. To the right is actually a very beautiful lady. She's actually Miss Universe Vietnam. Yeah. So she also have come in to support this cause together, with OBV. Okay, this will be a note from the CEO of OBV.
Hi everyone, my name is Angela Nguyen and I am the president of One Body Village. Our organization rescues children from sexual abuse and exploitation in Vietnam and Cambodia. We are so grateful to Mr. Adrian Leong and Project Lotus for supporting our operations in Vietnam over the last year. All of the money has gone to providing food, shelter, education, medical care, therapy, and everything in between so that we can help our children heal and rebuild their lives. So I really hope that you will join One Body Village and Project Lotus to help our little angels find the light and spread their wings. Thank you so much and God bless.
So with this One Body Village, there you go, you heard from the CEO. Now, again, how did I find this group? Yeah, it's always understanding the word abuse. And, have I been abused? Well, some part of my life, I think I have been. I truly understand sometimes why the girls can cut their own hands, and not feel pain. Because the pain is not from the flesh. The pain that you cannot imagine is from the heart. When you have your own father, own relative abusing you sexually at home, it is not the pain. The pain is from the heart and you cannot imagine. And that's one of the reasons why when I got to know this group, and that's also the reason why when I climb a mountain to support this group, it's not because that I'm able to climb a mountain. I'm not Superman. I'm not at all. I'm just like one of you, every one of you speaking here today. I'm not a spring chicken like Javier. He's so strong, he can do whatever he wants. We come, for me, it's not easy.
He's more than a chicken.
Yeah, yes. And I still remember when I was climbing the mountain, it was so cold. I went in the wrong time, it was raining. And when you're preparing for a marathon, it's different from preparing for a climb. It's a different set of muscles. I still remember I was on all fours, which means I was using my hand to pull myself up. I was using my leg to push myself up. And I almost gave up. What am I doing? But I still remember in that talk, the video that you saw, I saw this 4-year-old girl walking towards me. And that's what I was imagining when I couldn't climb. That little girl in front of me. And I said, no, I must make it to the top. I must make a statement for OBV. I must create the attention and awareness for OBV. I must get everybody involved. This is OBV. This is who they are. We need your help. I made it to the top. Now, not to raise the money. I changed strategy because why? Adrian was running marathons. He's like, he can do everything. So actually what I did was actually to climb Fancy Pan to make it right to the top. I made a video up there to make an announcement. Hey guys, I've climbed. And I'm going to give another activity. I'm going to sing. I'm going to create another activity to raise money. So basically I was sending a very strong message to motivate people. Hey, if I can climb, so can you. If I can do all these things at my age, I still consider myself young, even though I'm not, but if I can do it, so can you.
I think that's a very strong message. And what I like about Project Lotus is that, through this, you have demonstrated to us that against all odds, right? Against all odds. And I think for our listeners here, our live audience as well as those who are watching the recording. You know, all of us walk very different journeys. All our challenges are very different from one another. We all have struggles, but what you're sending to us here is that, you know, you can push on, and, you know, helping people who are less fortunate than ourselves could be one very good driver to pull ourselves out of our challenge, give ourselves a challenge. Very, very good. I like
That's the
it.
reason I'm here.
That's the reason you're here. I know. I mean, I really want to inspire everyone as well. You're the first, you know, charity that is what I call budding, right? It is not, you know, the well-oiled, well-established, well-known that's been around for many years. You are budding group of individuals, because most of the time, by the time it has become an established organization, the money that we put in goes into a black hole. We don't know where the money go, but what you are showing us is, you know, you make a video, you're out there and you're saying the $3,000 US that you have just raised, thank you so much, and you put in an effort to show that. I think I've never come that close to seeing any, you know, I've just recently donated as well under give.asia. But you know, it matters a lot when the person who is raising the fund acknowledges, plus give you visibility on where each dollar goes.
Now, also very important on this right now, there are many needs all over Asia right now with this COVID that's happening.
Of course.
While we were doing all this OBV, I was actually training Spartan. That will be the toughest sporting event. I think I'm one of the oldest participants in that category. And, you know, I was doing it in Singapore, and then COVID started, and in Vietnam, COVID started. So it all came to a standstill. But at that time, I was moving on to bigger projects. I was doing housing for the poor, to build the cheapest portable house that can be constructed in a day for the Dak Nong poor people. And then it came to a standstill. Now, what was happening? Now, Javier will come in and highlight in the next part of the presentation about COVID. So it's not about just focusing on the different charity groups. It's about being current. What are the needs now? You can't pretend that COVID is not there. It is there. There are people who are dying. There are people who are suffering in hunger in their homes. That's a picture of me climbing Fancy Pond, by the way. Yeah, it was a 2-day climb, and it was tough. It was very tough. I thank God that I made it at the top and being able to make a statement for OBV.
I see, it's a very steep hill.
Mountain.
That is a mountain.
Okay, over to you, Javier. Tell us, how do you get involved?
Yeah, anyway, thanks Eileen and thanks Adrian for having me here. So basically, the reason why I'm here, because of Adrian, actually, for sure, right? Otherwise, I won't be part of the team, you know, especially in this COVID time where it's really needed help from everyone, not just only myself or even Adrian. So I've also tried my best to reach out and help out. We physically cannot go out to do to be a volunteers, you know, to serve the patients, the F0 patients. Generally, they are all in need of help. Yeah, in need of help, basically. So all of the things, I hope everybody can help one another, not just in Vietnam, of course, everywhere. This is a key thing. Reach out to people, help out and support. I think that is a very key, important factor right now for all of us. Yep. And anyway, I'm in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam as well, with Adrian.
I know, right? So sorry, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I guess, you know, thanks to technology, they are able to connect all of us here. So two of you, unfortunately, are stuck there, right?
Yes,
or maybe it's fortunate. Maybe it's fortunate. And we are here in Singapore, and both of you are fellow Singaporeans. I remember when I first asked Javier, I clarified, Javier, are you Singaporean? And the first thing he did was he fished out his passport to show me as proof I'm pure Singaporean. Okay, cool. I got you.
Yep.
So, bravo, bravo. I just want to applaud both of you. Yeah.
Thanks.
Please tell us more.
Okay, I will move on to the next slide. So how this started? Actually, when I seen or even saw what Adrian was doing, really inspired me a lot, where I wanted to help people. I really want to do something, but I don't know what to do. What can I help or even contribute? Of course, not just only money. I also want to help. If I can, I have the green passport, or anyway, the green passport meaning to say must have 2 jabs. Take the 2 vaccine and able to go out to help the doctors. Yeah, as a frontliners. I also hope to do so, but we as a foreigners, you know, it's not easy to get vaccine in Vietnam, in a foreign country. So it's really, really not easy to get, to get in the queue, to get the jab. And early on, Adrian mentioned that he just got his jab yesterday. So I took my jab last week. So I'm done with my 2 jabs. I'm ready to help the doctors, you know, to go around if they needed to, really, as a volunteer. So, okay, moving on to this slide. Yes, you can see these are all hospitals. Everywhere in Ho Chi Minh are filled with COVID patients. Really, really terrible. And I don't know how to be in, you know, me myself, to be in this state where I look at them. If I were to be like one of the F0 patient, I think I'd rather die. Sometimes really think of one, maybe, I don't know when is my turn to be safe. Really, really. So as you can see on the left side, the oxygen tank, you don't know whether are they properly filled, 100% ready to help all the people, all the COVID patients. Really, I have no idea. These are all the physical pictures from the volunteers in the hospital, trying to help the COVID patients. Really, I admire and respect what they are doing. So makes me want to help Adrian more as be part of the team in Project Lotus. So moving forward, yeah, this is actually the frontliners that helping the doctors as well as Adrian. So on the left pictures is all the materials, the face masks, PPE, face shields, medicines, and etc. So the second picture is actually relating to the frontliners are preparing to go out. So on the third is actually there's a moving vehicles or transportations for these items delivered to the hospitals or to the patients at home. So they have to move around, or anyway, for all these delivery, they need to be certified and must have a proof to move around, and they must have 2 jabs. Otherwise, they cannot go around delivering all these things. So they volunteer themselves.
So these are
Yes.
the charity work that you have, that the people on the ground, based on the funds that has been raised, right?
Correct.
Under Project
Yes.
Lotus. That's where the money goes to.
Yeah, correct. So on not just this, we also help to, in medicines as also the oxygen, because based on these pictures, you can see oxygen tanks is really, really important to save people lives. They need more oxygen, you know, and medicine, because without the proper right medicine prescribed from the COVID doctors or the certified competent doctors, they cannot save lives, you know. Yep. So this is the doctor's work, right? That they have been doing it daily, and they have a reports for all the patients. They will keep record, track records when they should give, when they have to provide the oxygen, the medicines, equipments, PPE, and so on and so forth. So the arrow over here, where you can see right to the on the right, on the picture. So the photos actually, in fact, is all the evidence on what they do. Yeah, of course, I hide all the ID numbers are all on this area. I cannot show to all of you. Yep. The right picture actually is what we are trying to do as the volunteer. Yeah, they provide oxygens, medicines to the houses, to the COVID patients at home. Actually, they are really quite poor thing. They have no proper treatment, no proper care from the doctors and nurses in the hospital. So really, I don't know what to say on this,
Yeah.
but I really hope if I can, I don't mind to do so. But of course, risking my life, I'm not sure who will do it together with me. I have no idea. Yes.
I think I really like this slide a lot, and I mentioned it quite a few times that, you know, during this pandemic, we receive a lot of videos, right? A lot of videos on the very dire situations that's happening around us in other countries. But I've never seen an Excel spreadsheet of where the treatment actually goes. So this was the thing that caught my eye. You know, I mean, we see a lot of videos, we see a lot of pictures, but, you know, seeing where every single help and who gets help, it really amazes me. This is, like I said, the closest that I have come to. I have, you know, moved cement in wheelbarrow in India to build homes. I have helped, you know, clip the toenails and fingernails of you know, the old folks. And I've done a lot of volunteer work and, you know, donated money, but the feeling is different when you are out there in the front line. And this helps because, you know where your money goes. So this is the first time I see an Excel spreadsheet. I must applaud what you are doing, you know, helping Adrian, and you're part of Project Lotus right now. So
can I make mention of one thing? Can you guys hear me?
yeah.
Yes.
Now, what Javier has shown earlier, we first started with COVID frontliners because during that time, there was few hospitals were being set up, and the government was not fast enough to get all these PE suits, the masks to them. So that's when the doctors, you know, sort of contacted me and say, Adrian, you know, we need funds, we need to get this medical equipment to the frontliners. So that when we started with that, after about 2 weeks, the situation changed. That was the time that Javier was talking about. The hospitals were overwhelmed, and the government made an announcement. The hospitals are now full. We cannot take in any more COVID patients. And we were running like 6,000, 8,000 COVID patients in just Ho Chi Minh alone. We're not talking about the whole country. And that's where later on, COVID home patient rescue fund came in. It was a different donation drive. And this was focused on who? They were focused on this patient that now don't have the help of the hospitals. They were being sent home. How do they treat themselves? Of course, right now the government has this package. If you're sick, here's a package for you to treat yourself. But you know, this patient at home, they really do not know what to do. How sick am I? And especially for the older folks, if you actually look to the middle of the Excel file, there is that age group that highlights the age. The people that are so vulnerable are the elderlies. And that's one thing that, you know, that really, you know, touch me, that these people cannot reach out. They cannot even communicate. And what Javier has done to help me was to create a slide later on. I mean, I don't think it's in this presentation, but where they can call a hotline. And with this hotline, we put them in touch with the doctors, and the doctors will prescribe the medicine, and then the volunteers will go down to deliver. Yeah. So these pictures are some of the volunteers doing the delivery of the oxygen. Sorry, Javier, to take.
No worry.
Yes.
To add on onto the age, right? It varies starting from 20s all the way to 90s actually. So it's really overwhelming. You can see these numbers really anyone will get really in Ho Chi Minh, anywhere across Vietnam, maybe in the whole world as well. Not just the old people with health condition or health problems. So basically, these for these young people also will get, yeah, and they are being saved by the local doctors. Really have to give a big applause to them. Yeah. Okay, moving
One
forward.
more thing I want to say,
Yes.
very important.
Yep.
Javier made a statement just now. I wish I could go down to help. Now, were there Singaporeans like you and me who went down to help in the early days? Yes, there were. And they're no longer with us. They got infected with the COVID and they died. I can't give names over on this presentation right now.
Anyway, in Ho Chi Minh.
Javier and I, we know. We have
Yes.
friends indirectly who have died
Yes.
because of COVID, because of going out to help.
Malaysian as well, Singaporean as well. So basically 3 of them. So yeah, 3 of them really sacrifice, be it donations, hard work, everything. That makes me feel sad.
So you're holding the torch and continuing the journey, the cause.
Right. Yes. So these are the teams, volunteers, doctors, right? They are the front line as well. They really help the COVID patients to save their lives. Okay, I think they have more than 10 people, 10 doctors and other volunteers, more than 15, 20 people. And also on top of that, with the delivery plus with us, and also with all the donors, I think really it's a big team, like maybe 50 or more, maybe. Yeah. So it's a big team. So we hope to grow, you see, not just the doctors next time, Project Lotus, not just everybody can contribute as a individual entity, or every one of us to help out in this project. Yeah, to help to save more lives, save more people. Yep, that is my goals. Yep. So this is Dr. Lan. She is a team leader of all the doctors. She, on behalf of all the doctors, to say a message to Project Lotus.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lan, founder of COVID Home Rescue Programs. As you know, it has been very tough time for Jimmy City under COVID pandemic. Millions of people suffer and dying from COVID, and hospital has been overloaded and break down. So, taking care of COVID patients at home has been necessary and useful. The money received from Project Lotus due to buy medicine for COVID patients at home and save many lives. On behalf of our team and our community, thank you so much, Project Lotus, for supporting COVID home rescue and believe on our mission. We really appreciate it. Once again, thank you so much, Project Lotus.
Wow, what an effort to speak it in English.
Yeah.
Amazing.
She actually doesn't really show much, reveal herself, because as she rather keep herself busy to save more lives, but she make effort to give us this short video message. Yeah. So, and she doesn't, without any words, and provide this short message to Project Lotus. So really thank her a lot, deeply appreciate as well her effort and to save many lives already. For Project Lotus, we currently focus on 4 different projects. But right now, we mainly only do home rescue for COVID patients. Because of due to current situation, it seems like not getting any better. So we are trying to do as much as we could during this time. Of course, we also can contribute to other projects such as OBV, the second one, which is we are focusing on for the abused girls. Yeah, they all of these projects actually, in fact, needed help, of course, but we have to prioritize to the first one, to the COVID home rescue projects. So moving forward to the third one is a private, we ourselves, Project Lotus, to help the poverty province for the single mom. They actually also needed help, but that is later stage. But those who wanted to support and contribute, feel free to do so and put down your in the description also. I mean, when you're transferring. So our future, we hope to build more houses for the poor and also for the homeless people, especially. So it's in the whole Vietnam, not just in one province. We have many provinces that want to tap into, but we will focus onto the places, especially for Dak Nong and some other nearby highland area in the middle, in the central of Vietnam. So they needed more help. Yes. So if you guys not so sure what we are doing, actually, in fact, I will also publish in the Facebook, yeah, and share more later on. Okay, so this is the bank details for Vietnam Dong accounts. Those who have bank account, you can transfer to Adrian Leong account, and also likewise to the Singapore side, which is the SGD account. Why is it personal account?
Yes.
I think a lot of people is asking.
Correct. Because when I first received the information, this was the thing that pushed me back. In fact, those who joined early will know Desmond, who's here on the call, is our mutual friend. I didn't know Adrian. I don't even know Javier. So all I received was call for donation, and then I was frowning at Desmond. I was thinking, personal bank account? Are you kidding me? I said, no way am I gonna donate. So it started from go away, Desmond, to where I am today talking to both of you, because there is a reason. I found out the reason why is personal account. And the reason is Adrian and Javier have been reaching out to their personal contacts and their friends. So it is their personal network. They've never gone beyond the personal network. And that's why they are calling for help. You know, for those of you who know people, or if you yourself know, you've got some experience with fundraising or handling accounts, bookkeeping, and stuff like that, they need your help. All right. I think Adrian also have some ideas in terms of if this gets bigger, he's open to, maybe even consider NGO status. But all that, from what I understand in my conversation with Adrian, is that it's going to, use up his time on the admin side to establish stuff where Adrian wants to be more on the front line, to really make sure the help gets to people and not get delayed, by all the admin. So I think it's just a question of prioritization. But I got my answer. All right. So I got my answer. Why is personal account? So can't wait to find a more neutral account, but how to do it and stuff like that. So I think there are some compliance and stuff that needs to be squared out, right? But I like
that's so true.
I like the transparency. That's all I want to say.
Yeah. For certain charity like OBV, well, in fact, I would actually highlight to send directly to OBV, because for me, just to create the awareness that this group requires fund, and they do have the bank account where you can channel to them directly in Vietnam. But if it was overseas, it's not so easy from overseas account to transfer over to Vietnam. So you have a choice. If they're in Vietnam, please donate directly to their bank account. It's also highlighted. But for the other projects, like for the Dak Nong or for that, what we call the current COVID, this COVID situation, we hope that it doesn't continue so long. This COVID situation must go away. So we can't be setting up a corporate account just for this period. We do hope that this COVID period is a very short-term thing, and that, and so that's the reason why. Just
Okay.
personal.com.
Javier, do you have the OBV Vietnam account for anyone who wants to go direct?
I can send it to them privately if they want to, or I can post up to Facebook account.
Yeah.
Yes, but because for now, this slide I didn't upload it.
Okay.
Yes.
So maybe we
I
can
will do it
do
so in
one-
the Facebook.
Cool. Yeah. So
Yeah.
those are options for our listeners and also our live audience. You know, you can donate directly, you can spread the word, you know, do something good. And of course, when you have done that, please reach out to us in Art of Career. We're happy to welcome you and attend our specially arranged session on how you can demonstrate altruism, you know, acts of service and be hireable to your potential employer. All right. And I've scheduled on the 25th of October to do that. Any form of donation, any form of help, just write to us, you get to attend for free. For those of you who wants to, you know, just attend outright and then pay for it, go ahead as well. We welcome that. The proceeds will go to Project Lotus. And Javier, you have a slide to show us. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So what you guys can help, or any one of you can help. Okay,
Non-monetary.
Yeah, no monetary. These are all the things that you guys, any one of you out there, able to support Project Lotus, us together as a team, you know, to build a better place, to support, contribute to the society, and all to all the needies. So basically, the first one is website. We need to establish it. For those who are willing and ready to support us, like a web developer, anyone, feel free to step up.
Or anyone who is keen to learn. Why not?
Yeah, keen to learn. Yes. Those who are keen to learn.
Forward. Yeah. Because I see this as an opportunity where, you know, social enterprises like this created the opportunity for us. And for those of us who are keen to acquire the skill, we've got a ready project and ready group of people who are so willing to teach you, impart the knowledge, you know, and then work together, right? Just one introduction that Desmond did brought 3 of us together, and then we work behind the scenes, spend late night talking and all that as well.
Yes.
So everyone can help, you know. So if you've got a current expertise in somewhere, please help as well. Very nice. So monetary and non-monetary, okay?
That's right.
And of
so
course,
for social media, digital marketing, accounting, events organizer, graphic designer, anything, as long as even many others. If you guys have more things you can come up with, feel free to reach out to us. We will definitely be open and willing to welcome you, welcome you. Yes, to grow Project Lotus together. Anyway, for Project Lotus, it's not yet established as a organization, not yet. So we are open to hear and listen to some people out there who have already contributed, do a lot onto the charity. Feel free to give us your advice. That would be really helpful. Yeah. So from this point, I think it's fairly okay, decent enough, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Yep. So let's show them what happens after that, because the main thing is, the last thing is, any contribution from anyone, they don't get kind of feedback as to, okay, now that you've got part of me, what happens next? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put in the chat.
You got another slide, right? Where there are past donors, who have donated.
Oh, that one I did not bring it up to these slides.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so sorry, but I can give you guys a quick view if you want to. I can bring it up.
Yeah,
okay.
If you can look for that. I think that's very nice of them as well, because I saw that in one or two of their posting. So no matter the amount, nobody is gonna scrutinize you and then say anything bad or anything like that, nothing at all. So I think what we want to do is to help anyone with ideas to come forward, because this is what Art of Career does. We want to support budding talent, budding business, and of course a budding cause. So to me, this is a budding cause. They are at the early journey itself. For those of you who are creative, you know, you think of many different, you come up with certain ideas and you think you want to use that as a fundraising thing. You've not done it before. I want to encourage you. We will journey on with you as well. Yep, very nice.
Yeah, this is the list of donors. Yep. So thanks to all of them. Danny, right? Queen, SK, Xuan, Poston, William Lee, Mrs. Ling, Agnes, Fong Wei Ling, Cheryl Steed, Shi Jiezhen, Raffle Lim, Jason, Viniati, Patrick, David, Sylvia, Ivan, Jimmy, Hui Ru, Christina, Wei Jian, Ling Ho, Ziting, Wei Ming, Lian Zhuang, Esther, Danny, Ling Kun, Naleza, Gabriel, Dominic, Nguyen Tu Tao, Hensley, Sean, I don't know how to read this, Longfat, and maybe to many others like you can contribute. And next time you guys will be in the list of donors.
Yes,
Yeah.
Javier will come back. We will have a special video for Javier to read out everyone's names. Okay?
Sorry for those that I have wrongly said onto the names. Yeah, I'm sorry because I'm not prepared for this.
Yeah, I know this is very spontaneous, all right? Very, very, very spontaneous. So thank you so much again for doing all that. All right, so thanks Javier for sharing. Maybe if you can stop share. I just want to bring this session to a close. Okay, so if you can stop share the screen. So again, I've dropped the links to everyone in the chat.
Eileen,
Yes.
I have a question for Adrian.
Go ahead.
Hey, Adrian.
Please.
Yes,
Adrian Desmond here.
I hear you.
Yeah. Have you considered crowdfunding?
Yes, I've heard about it. I even heard of Give Asia. I've heard, but there are some conditions and stuff like that, and it's not so easy for me to be, I say again, there is so much that I can do to pay attention to the actual thing that's going on in the field. And then the other part of it is like what you say, crowdfunding, getting the context and getting the, I can't do that part, yeah, so that's one reason why we're sort of reaching out. So who can help us to
So basically he's open. He's open,
Yes.
but he's short-handed. Yeah.
Yes, the short-handed. Now you can imagine in the earlier video, I was doing a video to thank everybody. And today, JV is actually highlighting by name because he joined in. So the more people joining, we can get this thing better organized, whereby the accountability is there. And just like your question, Desmond, why don't you do this? Yes, I would love it. I need some help to direct me to the person, introduction, or, rather than I just make a cold call. And then who's
Desmond works. Yeah, Desmond works very fast. I know as soon as he asks, he probably has some people in mind already.
Yes,
He's,
I mean, can you imagine those people who have died in the earlier first wave, who have gone out of their own, we call personal sacrifice to go out. They didn't know that they're going to get killed. These are people with families, yeah? They've been here working just like me. And they sacrifice, and nobody knows about them. You guys do not know, yeah? But that's what I'm saying, we try to get it organized in a correct way to reach out as many people and also keep ourselves safe at the same time, because we also have families and stuff like that. But also to make sure that there is responsibility to the people who have helped us in terms of donation. Now, I've mentioned about milestone. So yes, I have reached a second milestone right now, whereby we need people to come in to assist us. Over to you.
okay. Desmond, I hope that answers his question. But I know as soon as Desmond asks something, he, like I said again, he takes action very fast.
Thank you.
Oh, Eileen, Sabo, Eileen.
Hello, you told me quite a lot of things already. Yeah. Okay. So because I know Desmond. Okay. So really want to thank everyone. I don't want to hold you up any further, but please take note. Click this link and fill up the survey and tell us if, you know, whichever way, shape or form you like to help, like to contribute, and do drop us an email as well, support@artofcareer.com. I'd like to invite you, anyone who have helped, you know, even just simply sharing the event, spreading the word, maybe even sharing the recording, you know, once we post on YouTube. I want to thank you and invite you. Please come and attend the event for free. All right. It's on 25th. Drop me an email and I'll be personally running this workshop. Now, what's going to happen in the workshop is I'm going to teach you what to say, what to write, where to post, and how you can sell that to the employer. I'm not saying this because, you know, I've not been there. I've been there on the other side of the table. When we look at CVs, when we look at professionals, when we read their profile, we look for altruism as well. We want the extra X factor. So this is one way for you to do that. And for those of you who are changing careers, this is also another opportunity. Okay. So thank you so much for attending. Please fill up the survey when you receive it. There are more events coming your way. You know, at the end of the month, we have a career restarter program for any one of your friends who wants to have a fresh restart. All these events are actually organized by Workforce Singapore. So I thought I'd just share with you. So for our fellow Singaporeans and permanent residents, take note of those dates, check out Art of Career. But all in all, I still want to encourage you, whatever new ideas you have, please step forward. I'm sure Adrian will be fully supportive. Javier will also have some ideas to throw in as well. Any budding ideas that can raise funds to help mankind. So the more we appeal to altruism inside us, please know it's part of 24 happy genes that we are built with. And that's why people who help, who perform many acts of service, they are the happiest people on earth. A lot of evidence have already proven that. Okay. On that note, thank you so much, Adrian and Javier, for being here.
Thank you for having
everyone.
me. Thank you, everyone.
For being
Thank
here.
Jayu, JD, and Adrian, Jayu.
Thank you, Desmond. Thanks.
Thank you.
Stay safe, healthy.
Thanks,
Yeah.
DC.
Stay
Thanks,
safe, everyone.
Eileen. Thanks, Carrie. All right, Sid and Bernard and BT and everyone else on this call. Thank you so much. Have a good week ahead.